Hello Taurus, thank you for joining me here. This is going to be the monthly reading for month of November, and I apologize for this delay. I know this is already what for 5th. I kind of forgot which date. I think it's a 4th of November, and sorry about the delay. I just couldn't do it earlier. And thank you so much for watching my videos, liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I also thank who has donated to this channel. This is really helpful. And okay, without any further delay, let's get into it. We already got our first card. Should I take this? Because yeah, why not? Oh, Ace of Cups in reverse. Oh, wow. Another card. We got Hierophant in reverse. I almost feel like you're about to do something that you never thought that you were going to be doing. I just heard that somebody maybe some of you who are watching is like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what I get. I feel like you about to do something that because you know and I know stability, security matters, and it matters to the core to you. So I feel like you are about to do something which is not your usual pattern. I know it's a huge deal for you. Trust me, I know. You are not like, like this kind of drastic change is difficult for Taurus. For good or bad, both. But whatever the reason is, you are doing something against your grain. Absolutely. Yeah, you are doing something against your grain. You are doing something which you usually will think like, okay, this is I'm not gonna do because this is not gonna give me any security, any stability. It's just gonna create chaos. And usually you try to consciously get away from this. Whether you can get away from this or not, that's a whole different scenario. But usually your pattern, usually the way you function, the way you maneuver through this space, usually you look for stability, usually you look for security. But I think you are about to do something which you have been like keeping your eye on for quite a while. And I really feel like this is something related to your project or related to your I'm not getting much of a relationship vibes, but it could be, I'm just saying what the core. I'm getting something that you want to expand maybe your career, expand your passion, expand your move to a different part of the world to explore something, that kind of energy that I'm getting. And that, yes, I'm not gonna lie, it creates a upside down. It that this is gonna give you a lot of emotional satisfaction, but at the same time right now, because you are going against the current of your own, it creates an emotional upheaval. Ace of Cups in reverse, it creates emotional upheaval. But Ace of Cups is like a symbolization of like highest fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, thinking or feeling that you are doing something that's your heart calls for. You are feeling that, but at the same time, because you are not doing something that you do usually, it creates an emotional upheaval, it creates an anxiety, it creates a little bit of doubt, it creates but I feel like you also know with the Two of Wands here that this is not the time to go like completely like go into reclusion or go into some kind of deep thinking, because I feel like that thought, that part has already been done. In order for you to go against your grain, you just don't go against your grain. You think about it before you actually do it, and you would not do it until unless it's absolutely necessary. So you have done all this hangman, like kind of thinking and reflection and introspection and all those kind of internal work. You already have done that. That's why you don't need that anymore, and you don't want to go into that kind of sedative kind of status or state of mind. Right now you feel like this is the time to act, this is the time to, because you have already gone through it. That's why you took a step. I don't know whether you have manifested that externally yet, but you already took a step internally. You already know that you are going to do it. Whether you are actually doing it externally, that's going to happen eventually, but you already did that first step to go for it internally. So you are not putting yourself in any kind of sedative kind of state and reflect on it, because you feel like right now is a time to act, and you are not shying away from that. Yeah, Queen of Wands, look at this. You are embodying a lot of fiery kind of, like ignite, like initiation. Fire is all about initiation, the start, like this, like kickstart this thing. And you are doing it because, Queen of Wands, like I told you, you have done all this kind of internal work. Right now you are sitting there, you know intuitively what you have already, the decision you have already made. You know what kind of tools you need. You know that what kind of like you are aware of your own position in relation to taking this decision. So you are just waiting for something, waiting for maybe the right moment to actually initiate the thing, waiting for everything to come. There is no rush. You are not rushing it because it's a huge, because if you're going against your own pattern, that's a huge deal in the first place, and you don't want to make any mistakes. So you are kind of stepping back, keeping your preparing your getting your tools together that you have gathered, calming yourself down and observing from distance before you finally attack. It's a very kind of old tactics of winning a war. Yeah, death. Yes, Hierophant in reverse, and something that your actual pattern, like let's say, like I said, like constantly thinking about security, constantly thinking about stability, constantly thinking about like financial, societal stability and prestige, and all the time kind of getting nervous and getting a little fearful about losing the luxury and losing the comfort that life has to offer. That kind of thing, you are kind of, I don't know, it is very adventurous kind of reading that I'm getting, and that's is coming to an end. And this death, death is not that just coming to an end, like, oh, it's come to an end. No, death is, we manifest death within. When we either, whether we talk about it or not, when we constantly get this kind of signals that something that we are working on, something that is the core engine of our driving motivation, is not fundamentally working. So you have got this kind of feelings for quite a while, that whatever you are working on, your fundamental, is not really supporting you the way you want to experience life. You are more adventurous and hard. So it took quite a while for you to process this death, process this completion of this certain kind of pattern that you do, so that you can go for this Two of Wands, a new journey, new adventure, new voyage. Those kind of things is coming to, and you are very being like earthy and stable, even though those things are ignited by fire. But you are being earthy and stable, and you are kind of keeping an eye from distance, and don't want to do rush things, don't want to do any like hasty decision or something like that. You want to take your own time before you actually attack. Let's see. Yeah, got pace of of Pentacles, which is Taurus card, and then I have got Ten of Cups. So yeah, so there is like I'm just putting it down for a second. If I feel like we need to shuffle more, we will, but let's get into this two card first. I feel like that, like, you know, this is like it's already self-descriptive here, that what's happening. Knight of Pentacles is a Taurus card, and you know, like I said, you are being very mature, you're being very responsible towards this new adventure or new goal or new passion, whatever you are kind of going after, but you're doing it very, it's like a very devotional and dedicatedly doing step by step and not rushing and missing steps here. But I want to say one thing here, this card is important. You know, like, look at this, your internal is actually Queen, but you are executing the external, like, you know, like you internally, you know, like you're much more confident, you're much more in power with your own desire, in power with your own goals, and kind of aligned with that more. But externally you are coming as Knight, which is that you are doing, not you are trying to eat the whole cake in one bite, you are doing one step at a time, bite by bite, which is extremely good. I feel this is the perfect mechanism to make it happen in real world. But I also want to just point it out, just so you know, that this horse is, you know, we are the one who is gonna make things happen. This horse is a tool. So if we have all this intention, if you are holding the spear and coins in our hand, having this vision that we are going to do all these things, coin by coin, build brick by brick, all this intention, motivation, dedication, grounding us, putting us, you know, we are putting our foot on the ground, and, you know, like really building from grounds up. But we need to realize that the tool that you are using is a horse. We need to move the horse. Horse cannot just stand there. Even though sometimes we feel like that we are doing one step at a time, but that can be just to keep an eye on it, that are we taking that slow? Are we going that slow because it is really necessary to go that slow? We cannot build a little faster or little more, with a little more passion. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't have passion, but I'm saying, like, sometimes slowness is good and sometimes slowness can be a little dangerous, because on the way it can lose its passionate ignition. So maybe you don't have to run this horse 1,000 miles an hour. Can horse go that fast? I don't know, but you know the drill, what I'm trying to say. But if that horse is just standing still for all the time, even if you have all this great intention, your tool, you need to use your tool. You need to translate your thought and translate to your tool, so that your tool can move accordingly your thought. I'm just saying, there could be a chance that you may take it too slow, thinking that, oh, I'm going against myself, I don't know, and more you go too slow, the self-doubt can creeps in. So just pay an attention that what is the speed that actually really supports you, I'm gonna support you. Okay, just keep an eye on that. Slow is good, we all know slow and steady win the race, but how slow, how slow is good, that's we need to decide. Because look at this, what we have is, it's a emotional satisfaction. Like we started with Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, even if it's reversed, that doesn't mean that all that emotional love is just gone. It's just not formulated, it's just not experienced in a very harmonical way, but the love and the satisfaction is still there. But once you believe, once you do that in actual world, once you start doing it, right now maybe it's all, you are just make that decision in your head, but you are not externally started manifesting it, started doing it in real world. Once you start do that, that's gonna bring all this emotional doubt, emotional chaos, emotional unsatisfaction. Like, this is good, but you are not really feeling good, because if it feels like too much to handle, too much of challenge, all this kind of extra unwanted energy will subside, and you will feel that you are here to showcase that you want, like, what you have to showcase to others. You will feel like you are on a stage, world stage, and really you have something to offer. That kind of thing, that kind of emotional satisfaction, emotional balance gonna come back to you once you actually started doing it in the real world. That's what I like to emphasize on that. This See this, how these two are very different, two are very similar. Both of them are standing in a horse, and they have to offer something. One is coming with pentacles to new growth, and one is coming to the end of certain things. So if you go too slow, if your horse just keeps standing there, it may cause this degradation of passion. It may cause a certain kind of, like a sense of degradation, a sense of fading out, that kind of. So don't let that, because you already took chance. So just keep doing what you're doing, and remind yourself that sometimes slowness is good, sometimes we need to speed up. So be intuitive and listen to yourself when to speed up and when to slow. That's all you have to do in order to really manifest it and get that emotional satisfaction that you need. It's gonna give you security, sense of stability, everything gonna come with it. But you need to do this little adjustment there. All right, I think that's it for this month, and thank you so much again for watching this, and I will see you next time with my next videos. And bye bye, take care, bye.